School for tonight's Division II matchup between the visiting Laconia Sachems and your home team, the Plymouth Regional Bobcats. During tonight's contest, please let us be positive in every aspect of the game with sportsmanship from players, coaches, and fans. A couple of reminders before the start of tonight's game: smoking and the use of tobacco of any kind is prohibited on all school grounds. In case of an emergency, spectators are asked to leave through the closest emergency exit. Thank you. Before tonight's game, we'd like to take the time to recognize the seniors who will be playing their last game as Bobcats. We appreciate all of their hard work, effort, and dedication that you've put into the program over the past 4 years. Your teammates would like to recognize each of you individually. Please step forward when your name is called. We'd like to have the players' parents escort each senior for a photo on the end line of the court. Thank you.
Hold both?
No, I'll
At this time, we would like to recognize senior captain Bree Matthews, who is accompanied by her mother Charlene, father Doug, brother Kyle, and Kate. Bree Matthews is one of our senior captains for our varsity girls basketball team. She is hardworking and shows up to practice and games always ready to play and give her best all the time. If she is having a bad day, she will put that aside and focus on basketball and what she needs to accomplish for the day. She pushes herself along with everyone else to do better. She is one of the first ones to push us to work harder, even if sometimes we don't want to. She always comes in energetic and ready to take on any task coach gives. She's always putting smiles on everyone's faces during practice. She's a huge role model for me and everyone else on the team. Each year, she's always stepping up and taking more challenges on that comes along with the team. She's always looking for solutions to help during games, even sacrificing her body to take a charge. Everyone appreciates you and all the hard work you put in for this team. We will miss you next year and wish you good luck in your future.
Good job.
At this time, we would like to recognize Senior Captain Emma Cooper, who is accompanied by her mother, Lori, and father, Seth. Go
ahead.
Emma Cooper has been a role model and a leader on this team all season. Throughout her 4 years of participation in the Plymouth basketball program, Emma has shown much commitment not only to the sport but to her teammates, whom she looks out for even before herself. Every team has captains, but everyone's role as a captain can be a little different. Emma has proven to be a captain who not only works hard on the court, but a captain who takes the girls younger than her under her wing and becomes a go-to role model for any of us younger players. For me, Emma is someone that I know I can go to for help, frustration during basketball, or anything I need. In order to be an effective leader, basketball player, and friend, you have to be able to communicate well with your teammates. And this is a quality that Emma has shown to possess. Playing basketball for 2 more seasons without Emma Cooper will be hard for me, as well as my fellow teammates. Thank you, Emma, for being a great captain, teammate, and friend.
At this time, we would like to recognize Senior Captain Jackie Gomer, who is accompanied by her mother, Jeanette, and father, Joe. Jackie has been such a strong leader throughout our season here at Plymouth. Even if the games didn't always end how we wanted, she never failed to keep us happy and smiling every day. She has been a major key in our support system, always believing in our ability to win a game and never giving up on us. Jackie is the type of person to come up to you after a bad game and make you feel better about it. Personally, she has helped me tremendously for the 2 years I've played with her, and I could not ask for not only a better captain, but a better role model and a better teammate. We are all going to miss you so much, Jackie, and we were all so proud of what you have accomplished. Good luck in your future. We are rooting for you. At this time, we would like to recognize Senior Rochelle Peroni, who is accompanied by Lori, Shar, and Jeanette. Rochelle was always a positive role model in practice and although she didn't play on the court with us this year, she still contributed to this program as our manager. Whether on or off the court, Rochelle always had a smile on her face. Rochelle was the type of person to encourage us even when we felt like giving up and always had confidence in us. She's been the best cheerleader this year and supported us through this tough season. Rochelle has committed so much to this program, so thank you, Rochelle, and we wish you luck.
Thank you, girls. Plymouth would also like to congratulate and recognize the 4 seniors on the Laconia team. Number 12, Devin Mello. Number 14, Becca Howe. Number 22, Delia Cormier. And number 34, Lindsay Druin. In addition to the players, we would also like to take the opportunity to thank the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band as they perform their final game this evening. We would especially like to thank the graduating seniors, Rosa Bailey, Lauren Bolton, Alyssa Calnan, Joe Collette, Haley Botello, Jake Little, Griffin Smith, Wes Lambert, Drew Modisette, Ian Kim, Lydia Martin, Randall Scroggins, Troy Tedeschi, Sean Wheeler, Chris Bramer, James Berman, Mac Doyle, Armin Zargawi Shiraz, Connor Bird, and Captain Sam Ebner, Tristan Keller, and Martin Runquist. Please give the students a round of applause. All right, now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Sachems. Starting at guard, number 1, Sophie George. At guard, number 2, Bella Daly. At guard, number 14, Becca Howe. At forward, number 00, Hannah Dow. At forward, number 21, Megan Gaspa. Laconia is coached by Jeff Greeley. Now let's hear it for the Plymouth Bobcats. Starting at guard, number 23, Jordan Levesque. At guard, number 30, Leah Brunt. At forward, number 22, Emma Cooper. At forward, number 15, Bree Matthews. And at guard, number 3, Jackie Gomer. Plymouth is coached by Kristen Bruley, Dave Levesque, and Meg McDonald. The officials working tonight's game are Mr. Larry Trombetta and Mr. Bob Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Will Gunn.
Welcome to Plymouth Regional High School for today's matchup between your Plymouth Bobcats and Laconia. Laconia so far this season, 9-8 on the year. Plymouth 1-16.
Keep going.
1-16 this year are the Bobcats. It is senior night here at Plymouth Regional High. My name is Joey LeBlanc. Alongside me is Colin Letty for the call of this game. And this is the first time we're getting to see these girls this season, and senior night, it's a big night for them.
Absolutely. I mean, we got a rocket crowd right now. They're packing the stands. You know, this might be bigger than any of the boys' games we saw this year, and it's great to see, you know, the school connect like that.
Also, the band's back, something we liked from last time, where it started off with Laconia with the ball, moving it around the three-point line, pass it down low to Daly, back out wide towards Howe. Down with George. George drives and misses a shot. Rebound back to Laconia and second chance bucket.
Yeah, Plymouth a little undersized here, nothing new. But, you know, obviously rebounding is going to be key today.
Brunt drives, passes out to Cooper. Three-point shot, up just a tad short. Rebound Laconia. Howe. Back out to Howe for three. Too strong. Rebound ends up in the hands of Cooper. Ball's going to stay with the Bobcats. Ballmer calling out for some help on the inbounds pass. Down low to Cooper. Out wide with Brunt. Another three-pointer. And it was tipped out of play off the hand of Cooper.
Plymouth's got to be a little more aggressive here on the offensive glass. A lot of, you know, staring after the ball is put up. You know, you got to crash really hard.
Early in this game, a minute 10 played so far. Rebecca Howe with the ball. It's a teammate streaking to the three-point line. Passes it off to Druin. And a shot offline. Going back up the court is Gallmer. Gallmer pass out wide to Cooper. Back to Gallmer. Drive, and that shot missed. Rebound brought in by Matthews. Matthews' shot missed as well. Bobcats still with the ball.
I would have liked to see Matthews put that up. She kind of had a wide open lane right there.
A couple players fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, so going to stay with the Bobcats. Palmer to inbound it again. Looking for an option to pass to. Dribbles out of bounds. Now Laconia coming back with it. 2-0 to score early on. 6 minutes still to go in the first quarter. Gatha back to three-point line. And George's shot, high bounce off of that one. Loose ball, and the Bobcats come away with it. Fast break opportunity. Pass to the three-point line, drive, another pass. Some good ball movement here from the Bobcats.
A little too much dribbling right there by Brunt. You know, unless you have a plan, you normally don't like to put the ball on the ground like that. But, you know, the Bobcats are holding tough right now on defense. Only 2 points right now through the first, 2.5 minutes of the game. Gotta love that.
Yeah, both teams showing that this is not going to be an easy game out here today. Three-point shot, barely misses, rim in and out. 2 offensive boards for Laconia there. Out wide to Daly again. Another three-pointer. This time hits it.
Smooth shot right there by sorry, I'm just looking at by Daly. Puts him up by 5.
Nearly a steal there from George. Gallmer was trapped in her own end with no help from her team. Going to stay with the Bobcats. Nice pass to Brunt. Brunt with some space finds a teammate. Gallmer guarded closely by Dow. Down to Brunt. Brunt loses it, picked up by Laconia, and quickly a foul is called. Going to be Laconia inbounding it again. And yeah, like you said earlier, Colin, defense is going to be a premium in this game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, both teams have the ability to score. I mean, Plymouth coming in, 1-16, but obviously with this crowd, they like to put on a little bit of show for their last time.
And offensive boards like that are going to kill them all day. Another one for Dow.
And especially right now with the press, it's going to be tough to beat as a lackadaisical throw.
And And the drive from George. George is shot offline, rebound Dahmer. It's going to be Bobcat ball.
You see this press is a 2-2-1 with the safety in the back. No one really manning the middle for the Bobcats, but they're able to break it.
Now a chance to score their first bucket of the game. Brunt drives and through two defenders, got it swatted, it looked like a little bit.
Not a bad shot attempt. It's what you like to see. Go to the glass. Can't complain about that one.
George out wide for Daly. Back to George. A three offline. Daly nearly with a rebound, batted over to Gaspa, and now a shot outside from Howe, and that is good. Brunt, long pass up to Cooper, and Cooper with a layup converts for Plymouth.
And that's going to get the crowd going finally. The Bobcats on the board with 3:35 left, and great finish right there by the senior.
A three-pointer, and that is good on the outside from Cow.
I mean, we knew Laconia was going to come in hot, coming in 9-8. One of the better teams around, and they're going to give Plymouth all they can handle.
Laconia, a playoff team this year, just another turnover for the Bobcats. George faked out her own teammate there on that screen and finished off a layup.
It's a great finish right there by George, and that's a good use of the timeout right there by Coach Brule. Joey, what do you see so far that the Bobcats need to pick up on? Obviously, this isn't an insurmountable lead, but it's not the start you would have liked.
No, definitely not. I think that the rebounds on the offensive side are definitely getting to them. They're giving up far too many offensive boards, far too many second chance points, and on the other end, they're going to have to focus more on, the outside shot. They've had a couple chances, and they're just too hesitant. I didn't want to see them put that up more, and once they start shooting those open shots, they're going to start making them. This game is still early on, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Definitely not over by any means. Plenty of time for these ladies to turn it around, and they're a skilled bunch with some great senior leadership. I don't see why they couldn't come out here on top, but it's going to be a tough game with a playoff team in Laconia who is 9-8 so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, if you look down the roster, obviously they're a younger team. They have, 3 seniors, and then, three seniors, and then 3 sophomores, a couple freshmen. So, I mean, obviously they're going to have a lot to work with going forward, but unfortunately right now they're in a little bit of a slower pace with that turnover.
Pass, taken away, and a charge called. Great job there from the Bobcats. And now another chance to get back at Laconia.
And I believe that was number 23, Kayla Neiman, not on the varsity roster that we have. So I assume that's her, but
I've just been avoiding saying her. Kayla Neiman, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that for now. But great charge right there.
Yeah, it's all game she's been all over the place, making a couple plays for the Bobcats. Playing some great D as well. Neiman up close on George. George comes off of the screen. Handed off to George, and an open layup, a little short. Rebound.
That's a good rebound by Matthews right there, getting the fast break going.
Pass out wide. Now trying to work it down low, and another poor pass leads to a turnover. George, and she's going to be fouled on the shot.
And we see a bunch of the Bobcats men's basketball players here, along with some wrestlers and a bunch of student body. They don't like the call. They're getting into the game, no matter what the score is. But unfortunately, that'll lead to some free throws for Laconia.
Yeah, they can argue all they want. I don't think the ref heard them. He still called it a foul. The first free throw falls. First free throw of the game for Sophia George. Really, first free throw for both sides. And now 15-2, 2:30 or 2:29 still to play in the first quarter. Second free throw from George is good, and she's 2 for 2 from the line today. Another three-pointer to her credit as well. Long pass off the fingertips of Amanda Dowdy. Pass into Sophie George. 3-pointer from Cormier.
Great shot right there by Laconia, Joey. This is a tough one right now. Need to get the offense going. It's the turnovers and the awkward passes. I mean,
when you're playing a team that shoots this well, you can't give them extra shots, right?
Oh, absolutely. You gotta play great fundamental defense, slow the game down a little bit to your speed, and just try and force them into some of those mistakes. Maybe switch up your defensive scheme, switch up your coverage. We're gonna have a slew of Bobcats come in. And we'll get their numbers very quick.
And Brunt's free throw is good. And 3 Bobcats checking in. That is Gallmer, Cooper, and still waiting for the third one to get up off a knee, but that's Kuntz over on the sideline still. I don't know why she didn't pop into the game, but so Cooper and Gallmer check in. Second free throw from Brunt is good. And taking it back down for Laconia is Devin Mello. First time we've seen Mello in this game. Foul called on Amanda Doughty.
And they're going to line up in a stack right now about midcourt.
Beatty had it tapped out. Gallmer on the defensive play. Doughty guarding closely. Stevens passes off to Druin. Now Mello. Mello looking for a lane, puts up the shot, high glass shot, misses. Gallmer double teams. To a state Bobcat ball. Checking in for Laconia, Isabella Daly. Inbounded over to Doughty. Cooper. Gallmer. Gallmer had it tapped away. .116 still to go in the first quarter.
And Doherty will look to get the ball from the inbounds pass.
Look, trying to figure out what the play they're going to run here off of the inbounds play. Are the Bobcats down to Doherty? The drive and fouled there.
Clear foul right there.
And definitely, or actually was not in the act of shooting. It looked like she was about to pull up for layup, but the foul came just a moment before. And had it tapped away. Now fast break. And that layup off target, rebound Doherty. Doherty dribbling around, looking for a teammate, finds Gallmer. Gallmer out to Cooper. Cooper passes it off to Merrifield.
Merrifield's their tallest player. You'd like to see her on the post a little bit more. Another turnover, and this is getting a little out of hand.
3-pointer, and that one's short from the outside. Cormier on the shot. Gallmer drives, had it tipped away. Diving for it, ball still on the ground, picked up by Merrifield.
Love to see the effort right there all around. And we had a little insight that our friend Paul Ferentz has a little nickname for Doherty is the Doc. So maybe we can pick that one up.
All right.
Along the broadcast.
I think we can do that. It's pretty easy to remember the single-digit number. The Doc, number 5.
And Brunt is back in, as well as Matthews. They're going to try and get some quick points here with 15 seconds left in the quarter.
Gallmer to the Doc. Splits the D. Passes off to Brunt to Gallmer. Gallmer with the shot. Got her foot on the line. Rebound. And, there she is, the tallest player on the Bobcats team nearly brought that in for the board. That was Kuntz.
Yeah, I love to see the aggression on that last shot. I wish we could see a little more of that throughout the whole game. You know, we have 2 or 3 players crashing the boards. You know, just got to get a little more offense going. The turnovers are obviously killing them a little bit, but, you know, if they can pick that up, maybe stop a little bit on defense, because I don't think the defense is the problem, because, you know, the turnovers is the real issue here, and it's taking away shots from your team, and then it's giving them extra opportunities. You know, it's simple math. They have more shot opportunities, probably going to make more points, and, you know, that's why we have the lead that there is right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually, you know, a testament to how good of a defense they're playing today, because they could have given up far more points than they have in this first quarter, giving, you know, a pretty lopsided number as far as shots go to Laconia. This game definitely not over for the Bobcats. They got to work the ball to these seniors, I think, a little bit more. Yeah, you might as well use them while you got them, right?
Right, why not?
They're going to be gone after this game. You know, get as many shots out as you can out of them, get as many makes as you can out of them. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, what this team comes out with in the second quarter. Are they going to change things up a little bit on the offensive end, do you think?
I don't think you switch up your offensive game plan, other than, you know, just reiterating that you need to be a little more patient with the offense. You know, the skip passes across the lane aren't working. You know, it's really just common sense. Think twice before you dribble. Think twice before you pass the ball. If they can kind of do that, pick that up, I think they'll be fine. A lot of basketball left to play. We have 3 more quarters to go, Joe.
There we go. There we go with the second quarter of play. Dow hands it off. Cormier with a drive, gives it off to Dow, and puts it up. Easy bucket. 21-4. Ball on the ground, and given up to Brunt. Brunt with the drive, too strong on that effort.
Great drive right there by Brunt, though. Obviously not able to convert, but still a great ball handling skills.
Sophia George down low with Stevens. Out to George. George drives, finishes the layup.
George, obviously one of the more athletic players on the court right there, and improves it.
Work down in the post and then sent back out to Gallmer. Matthews looking for a teammate, finds Brunt. Brunt out to the dock for 3, and rebound Laconia. George takes it back down for Laconia. Stevens, the post move, shot off target, rebound Gallmer. Outside for Kuntz, and a shot off target, rebound Stevens. Side for Daly, and George off target.
You know, Plymouth's getting off some good shots right now. Just, you know, obviously can't convert, but, you know, I like what I'm seeing so far.
Doherty had it tipped away by Laconia. A couple of players checking in for both sides.
It's going to be Merrifield and Gallmer, and Cooper for the Bobcats, as well as who we think is Kayla Neiman as well coming in.
And Neiman back in the game for the first time since the start of the game. Doherty with the drive, and foul called on that play as well.
I mean, they're forcing fouls. I mean, if you want to take positives from this game, I mean, that's 6 already on Laconia, and Plymouth will probably be in the bonus soon.
And, you know, that could be a way this team could find their way back into it if they can try to get, you know, some of those free chances from the line. And the ball dribbled out of bounds there by Neiman, allegedly Neiman. Nah, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
George driving down for Laconia. Outside for Daly, down low for Dow. Quick fake, and then a pass off to Howe. Dow over to George. George hits a streaking Howe and handed off to Howe. Shot off target.
Terrific ball movement right there by Laconia. That's textbooks, Joey.
Yeah, and that goes back to coaching. I think players, they knew where they wanted to be, on that play, making, moving with a purpose without the ball.
Almost steal by Doc.
Shot good once again from Dow. Gallmer driving past a couple defenders, puts up a floater off target. George. Side for Daly. Howe. It up to Gaspa. Gaspa shot off target, rebound Cooper. Cooper to Gallmer. Gallmer pressured hard there by 2 defenders and fouled as well.
So that'll be their 7th foul on Laconia's side. Obviously, scoreboard a little lopsided, but they're causing some fouls, and then now they're at the line. That'll be Neiman.
And Neiman, their first shots today from the free throw line. It's the second quarter of play here at Plymouth Regional High School. Senior night tonight. And that shot is good. First free throw attempt for Neiman. Still Plymouth definitely doing, actually Neiman missing that second free throw, and score stays 25-5. Down low with Howe. Mello's shot is good.
That's just a terrific finish. Well defended, but obviously Mello's able to get that to go.
And taking it back down on Laconia after that turnover. Layup off target, offensive board, second chance points for Daly. Pass too high for Cooper. Defended closely on the play.
And they kind of, oh sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but it's what you like to see. What we liked seeing earlier in this quarter was they weren't forcing these passes, and that you just can't revert back to old habits, but easier said than done. Old habits die hard.
Yeah, that's the saying, and they hopefully, Plymouth obviously hoping they die hard in this quarter,
yeah.
But it's definitely not that passing. It's got to be a lot more clean here.
Mm-hmm.
And Doherty passes down the court, and the drive held up quickly by Bobcats. Looking for an open shot. Doherty tosses one up off of the glass.
It's a good move right there by Doherty. Again, I think they just need to be a little more patient with their shots as they go up.
And taken away by Neiman, and finished off for the layup.
And that's what I love to see with this Plymouth crowd. No matter what the score is, everyone's very supportive. After every basket, every good defensive battle, and that'll be a foul. But you love to see the school spirit.
Yeah, you could see on the side, Doosan standing up, getting excited for his fellow classmates over here playing on their senior night. 31-7, the score line at the free throw line for Laconia. Looks like number 12, Devin Mello, the senior, makes her first bucket. And a couple of switches for Plymouth. And second free throw is off target, offensive board, Laconia. Pass outside for B, and three-pointer was good.
And this team can shoot, and they're just very adept at stealing the ball right there.
And another steal there by Howe. George had it tipped up in the air, coming off a screen, puts up the shot, and a little too far on that shot.
Great defense right there by the Bobcats, forcing an awkward shot. So again, we're going to try and take as many positive takeaways as we can here, as they're still fighting hard. And again, lot of basketball to play.
Yeah, this team not one that's gonna back down. they're both, fighting hard out here, grinding for this game. Even though it's a 33-7 score, I think if you didn't know that, you'd think it was a bit closer than it actually is, the way they're playing out there. Both teams playing very hard in this game. Brianna Matthews at the line. And a change for Laconia, as coming off number 21, Megan Gaspa, coming on to replace her at number 34, Lindsay Druin. George gives it up to Mello, and now a drive from Beatty. Mello with a three-point shot off target, rebound. The Bobcats. Gomer taking it back down. 2:45 still to go in this first half. The drive, that shot swatted, and then a jump ball called. It's going to be Laconia taking it the other way now. A switch on the floor for Laconia coming off. It's number 12, Devin Mello, coming on. Hannah Dow, 0-0. George comes off of the screen over to Dow. Dow out to Beatty. Beatty's three off target. Gomer.
Gomer's done a nice job in the defensive glass, trying to get her team back in this one.
Gomer fouled on the shot. She's going to get two at the line. Definitely the primary decision maker for this Plymouth squad as well. Gomer taking it down the court seemingly every time, barking out commands for her teammates, getting people in the right spots. And she's made a real big impact on this game. A senior this year has had a big impact on a lot of the young underclassmen on the squad as well. First shot is good from Gomer. Couple changes for both sides, as checking in for the Bobcats, Leah Brunt and Amanda Doherty. Gomer's second shot. Runs off target, rebound Laconia. George drives, puts up a layup, now on rims in and out. Back the other way are the Bobcats. Gomer finds Matthews. Matthews converts.
Great shot right there by Matthews, getting the Bobcats in double digits right now with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And they'll try and add on to that before the half.
Druin looking for a teammate. Gives it up to Beatty. Ball's on the ground. Some close D there. Once again by Doherty. A timeout called. And a minute 42 still to go in half number one. 33-10. The scoreline early on. Not the season the Bobcats would have expected. So far, not the game they wanted to play, but they've had some great moments out here with a couple good offensive plays. It's really just the offensive boards, turnovers. They're giving Laconia far too many extra shots. Yeah,
just a little bit of inconsistency on offense. Obviously, the turnovers we talked about, and I think they play defense very well for about 3/4 of while they're on the possession, and then just one small lapse, and they get another shot up. And that's why I think that's kind of the formula for this deficit right now. But again, a whole other half of basketball to play. We're still going to finish this one out strong. Anything can happen.
Yeah, still plenty of time for a comeback, which would be really an awesome sight to see if that were to happen.
Gotta believe.
Dow out to George. George with Stevens. Stevens gives it up to Cormier. Cormier with the drive, and that shot off target. And both teams fighting for the basketball. Coming away with it are the Bobcats in the end. Matthews tosses it over to Brunt.
Nice little move right there.
Brunt with the drive and one for Brunt. And this is a player who actually played in the game earlier today and really not showing any signs of being tired out there for the second game.
Yeah, one of the 6 swing players for the Bobcats. Obviously, a little lower in numbers, so they get to do a little double duty tonight.
And so far, so good for Brunt. 3-point play there converted. And George taking it back the other way. Dow. And that pass off the fingertips of Cormier. Actually, said that a Bobcat player touched it last. And Cormier going to inbound it now for Laconia. Outside for Gaspa. Down low with Dow. George. Gaspa pump fake and passes it directly to Gallmer. Gallmer had it tipped out. George corrals it. George D'd up closely by Doherty. Kuntz, long cross-court pass up over the head of Dow. Dow still able to corral it. Guarded closely by Matthews. Back to Dow. Down low with Cormier. Cormier loses it, picks it back up, drives, and fouled on the shot. She's going to get one at the line as well. Chance for a 3-point play now for Laconia.
And you know, that's what we were talking about a little earlier. You know, the defensive laps at the end of possessions. You know, they play very strong defense, and it just seems at the very last second things kind of go wrong. You know, that's kind of like why the and one just happened.
And here's the shot, so she converts the 3-point play. And still time for the Bobcats to go back and score with 22.8 on the clock. 36-13 the score here at the end of the first half of play. Tossed over to Matthews. Matthews down low with Brunt. Brunt looking for space, drives, and finishes strong with the layup. 3 seconds. Long shot is good. What a shot from Delia Cormier at the buzzer.
I mean, when it rains, it pours. What an incredible shot right there. Probably one of the best shots we saw, you know, men's or women's. I think that was the best shot. So
yeah.
Kudos to her, you know, having the precision to have that under pressure. I mean, wow, what a shot. You know, Joey, what are you thinking for the second half? What do the Bobcats need to do? 39-15, not looking good, but, you know, time to make it up.
Yeah, time to make it up, time to finish out your season strong. I mean, I've been in this spot before. Back, you know, times you're down at the end of the season, you're playing your last game of the year, not for basketball per se. I was never a basketball player, but when you're playing the last game of the season, you're losing big. You're just gonna find it, and you find your will not to give up. And, you know, this is where they're gonna find out what their team is actually made of. I'm excited for this second half, and, you know, stay right with us. Second half on its way in just a moment. All set here for the second half action from Plymouth Regional High School. Plymouth Bobcats and Laconia. Laconia leads 39-15 going into the second half. Plymouth starting with the basketball. Pass intended for Cooper, picked off by George. George on a fast break. 1-on-3, finishes with the left hand. Taking it down is Gallmer. Gallmer had it tipped out, picked up by Dow.
I just think Plymouth needs to realize they don't have numbers there. It was a 1-on-5. They kind of have to, again, be patient, hold the ball a little bit, and see what you can get. You know, take what you can get on offense. Obviously, that's a little tough right now.
And that shot off target. You know, when you're down like this, sometimes you feel like you have to force it, but that's only going to make the situation even worse as that ball turned over. Laconia taking it away, and now looking for their chance to score again. Howe with it, pass down low to George. George puts up a quick turnaround shot. Offensive board Laconia, and kind of a no-look behind the back shot from Daly is off target. Shot from the wing is off target. Now a little bit short, rebound for Dow.
You know, Neiman has a nice shot, just, you know, needs a little more power behind it to finish these.
And three-pointer on the outside, once again from Howe. Gallmer, deed closely by George. Gallmer over to Brunt. Brunt with the drive, loses the ball, finds it again. Brunt drives again and fouled on the shot. And now it's going to be 2 at the line from Brunt. 44-15 the score, 6 minutes still to go.
And the Cats corner's getting all rough and rowdy down there. Love to see it.
I'd love to see Brunt not back it down, going in there. 3 defenders, doesn't care, doesn't get fouled. Well, then that's a whole different story. It's a bad shot, but she got fouled, so good shot. Here she is from the line, and that one rims out. Rebound for Dow. George down low with Gaspa. Ball is going to stay with Laconia. Wait to see what Laconia is going to do for this inbounds pass. George catches it outside now for Daly. Over to Dow. Dow looking for a teammate. Finds George. George outside for Daly. Daly with the drive. Missed the layup. Rebound for Matthews. Gallmer. Gallmer gives it over to Brunt. Brunt with the drive and finishes strong with the layup. George gets by Cooper. George taking it right to the rack, gives it up to Gaspa, and Gaspa finishes. Matthews pass intercepted by Daly. George finishes with another 2 points for Laconia. And Needham now for the Bobcats. Gallmer off the screen from Cooper, and that's good. So a couple positive offensive trips, and Gallmer with the near interception tipped it out. Cooper tipped it out as well, but Cooper with the foul on Dow. And now checking in for the Bobcats is number 10, Gwen Merrifield. And coming off is Brianna Matthews. Passed over to George. George passing past the press, and the shot is off target. Rebound for Brunt. Brunt taking it back down for the Bobcats. Getting pressure, dribbles past 2 defenders, and is fouled on the shot.
Obviously the score is the one we like to see, but Brunt's just doing such a great job all night, getting to the rack, getting some free throw opportunities, finishing on some nice buckets, rebounding. Has great handles for a forward, so, kudos to her. She's having herself a night. Only a freshman. So, going to be seeing a lot more of her over the years, and it's so tough for the seniors, obviously, because, you won't be here, they won't be here to see, the progress they'll have, but they'll know that they had a hand in that. We talk about the Plymouth State football team. We started out 1-9, and then we ended up 9-1. And a lot of that came from the seniors when we were freshmen. So it comes full circle eventually.
Yeah, this team, it's definitely on the upswing. If anything, next year they're going to be better than they were this year. A lot of young players on this squad only going to get a lot better. And now a fast break opportunity. Some good D there. You want to foul. Don't give up the easy shot.
Good foul right there by Neiman. Doesn't want to give up the open layup. But like we talked about, only one junior. A lot of these players are swing JV and varsity, so they're getting so much time on both ends of the court. They're playing almost 2 games a night. And the program, as we see, the JV squad has a decent amount of players on it as well. So, I think they can keep the ball rolling and get this thing going for next year. And the seniors this year will have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, definitely. And tonight, the seniors, they've definitely made their impact felt tonight. A bunch of the good players for Plymouth have come from that senior part of their team as George hits another shot for Laconia.
And again, you have to credit Laconia. They've been just shooting the lights out.
If they continue this in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough bid for anyone down the stretch.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, sorry, I just lost my train of thought right there. But, you know, barring some kind of miracle, I mean, they'll move to 10-8, getting themselves some better seedings for the playoffs. But, you know, Plymouth not giving up. About, you know, quarter and a half left to go here.
Yeah, still a chance for them to come out. You can at least win a fourth quarter. That's going to be the message from coach. You know, go out there, win every play. You know, do your best. Because, I mean, this could be the last time, you know, these seniors play unless they're going to go play in college on, you know, a team, you know, with the kind of dynamic that this is. You know, representing the school. It's a lot of fun out there. The drive and, you know, fouled on the play.
And Neiman getting a little chippier Stella down there, getting a little, you know, getting some claps in, getting to the line. Like to see, you know, a lot of fight left in this team. And you're right. I mean, if you're a senior, you go all out. This could be the last. I mean, depending on if you play a spring sport, it could be the last time you wear a Bobcat uniform, and you know that's a really special thing in itself. So, you know, we talked a lot about the 66-0 playoff game, and I remember just being like, all right, might as well just have fun at the rest of this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you gotta keep that aspect. You can't, you know, let things get too serious. At the end of the day, it is still, you know, just a game. These ladies, though, they are, you know, putting on the best effort they can tonight. Even, you know, we were talking about them turning the ball over. They still run back, you know, a full sprint on defense.
Absolutely.
Like they're not trying after they turn it over. Their body language is still great on the court. Fouled on the shot. 2 at the line coming for Laconia. It's going to be Devin Mello, the senior forward for Laconia. 4 seniors on this Laconia squad as well. Or 3 seniors, actually. Mello converts her first.
Calls bank on that one.
That bank's open. It's a little bit after 4 o'clock, but still taking deposits. Mello misses, and rebound Laconia. Cormier. Backing down her defender outside for Mello, and Mello's 3 offline. Neiman taking it down for the Bobcats. Drives, misses the floater. Rebound George. George has her pass picked off. But quickly, George takes it back for her team. Timeout called Laconia with 3:16 still to play in the third period here at Plymouth Regional High School. 52-23 the scoreline. Plymouth Bobcats down here late in the game on senior night.
Still fighting though, for sure.
Yeah, still plenty of fight in this squad, not going anywhere anytime soon. As long as that scoreboard still has even 1 digit on it, you know, this game's still gonna be fought pretty hard till the end. And you know, Coach, I'm a little surprised to see Laconia taking a timeout there. Maybe just wanted to, you know, go over, let them try something out. Maybe they're gonna try something for the playoffs here. You know, a play that you haven't tried yet in the game. You want to see what it looks like in a game that's you got a big lead in.
Yeah, I mean, if you have some new wrinkles, obviously, you know, up 29 right now, this is the time to try a couple new wrinkles, get some of your younger players in, and you know, just see what sticks to the wall kind of approach, as they kind of have an almost insurmountable lead. But you know, we're gonna see if they switch anything up. You know, they stop with the press. You know, we'll probably see a little more patience on offense. You know.
And we're back underway with that buzzer. Team's taken back to the court. 3:16 still to go. It is Laconia ball to start things back up here. And to inbound it for Laconia, Megan Gaspa. Gaspa gives it over to George. Now Howe. George with a 3-pointer, and that's good. Dahmer. And picked off by George. George with a beautiful pass to Daly for the score.
I mean, this is just a really good Laconia team, and they'll make you pay for these turnovers. Obviously, Plymouth, you'd like to see them kind of clean that up a little bit, but we still got a lot of basketball to play.
Neiman fouled on that shot, and this is the third or fourth time Neiman's been fouled on a drive, and between her and Brunt, they're seemingly the only two that can get solid drives on this Laconia team so far.
Yeah, I mean, they both have great ball handling abilities, and they have a knack for getting to the rim, and they're going to be big parts of this team moving forward. And that's going to be Cooper and Brunt coming back into the game.
And Stevens for Laconia as well. And Needham's second shot. That one's off target. Rebound Laconia. Cormier. A little behind the back dribble. And Druin with it. Side from Mello. Down low to Stevens. Stevens, and she's fouled on that shot. And these teams fouling a little bit more in the second half. 6 fouls on Plymouth, 5 on Laconia.
Yeah, this definitely has been a little bit longer of a period than we've seen in the first two frames. I mean, in the first half, it was mostly the fouls are coming from, the red team right there. But, Bobcats a little more aggressive this half, obviously, and that's going to turn out to be a couple more fouls.
And that shot good. Doherty. Doherty with a little dribble move. And she was blocked on that shot.
And Laconia's not going to give up here. Absolutely not. And Plymouth's going to go into a full court press of their own. Fortunately, it's beat right there.
Yeah, Daly drives through. Daly with the corral on the loose ball. Now Mello for 3. Off target rebound for Doherty. Doherty taking it back down for Plymouth. Dribbling down the sideline, gives it up to Brunt. Brunt with the 3. Off target. Cooper fighting for the rebound. Picked up by Doherty. On the ground, corralled by Stevens. Now up to Howe. Howe driving on Needham, and that shot off target. Rebound Plymouth. And now a fast break chance for Plymouth. That shot off target. Brunt comes down with the rebound. They're going to call jump ball on the play. It's going to stay with Plymouth.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more jump balls in this half. Obviously, I think Plymouth's done a much better job on the offensive glass, going after these rebounds, getting a couple extra opportunities here. Obviously just trying to get a couple more baskets in.
And Beatty checking in for Laconia. Needham has it tapped away by Daly.
We don't have a scorebook, but we love to see all the seniors get on the board tonight. They might have. I can't remember each and every one, but hopefully that could be a goal for the end of the game.
Yeah, well, I think we have Gomer, Cooper, and Matthews. I believe they've all, I got a couple of stats up there. I'm not sure if they all made a shot, but definitely gotten rebounds, made plays here and there for the Bobcats. Cormier outside for Beatty. Beatty wide open. Off target, rebound Laconia. Passed out to Beatty again. Now down low for Stevens. Stevens off target, tapped out of play. Off the hand of a Bobcat player. Going to stay with Laconia. Checking in for the Bobcats is the senior Jackie Gomer. Minute 7 still to go in the third quarter. Tossed out wide to Druin. Druin over to Beatty. Beatty back to Druin. Cormier. Guarded close by Doherty. Gets a shot up, and that one off target. Rebound tapped out of play by the Bobcats. That was Leah Brunt trying to bring it in, but just bouncing off her fingertips.
Maybe a shot clock might help the Bobcats here because they do play such good defense for, deep into possessions. And obviously you see there, they get burned by a couple extra calls, but
yeah, maybe the clock can definitely play their advantage as an extra offender, forcing the other team to shoot things up maybe sooner than they want to, because Laconia is looking for an open shot, and they're taking high-quality shots this game. Cooper out to Doherty. Doherty down the left wing has it blocked. Doherty able to get her own rebound, however. And out to Brunt. Brunt with a 3 now. That one off target as well. Rebound going to go to Laconia, and now a fast break chance on the other end for Cormier. Layup is offline. Offensive board picked up by Laconia, and now Doherty going back the other way. A wild pass for Cooper is picked up by Stevens, and the whistle stops play. Now Laconia setting back up on offense, just 5.4 seconds to go. And at the free throw line for Laconia now, Sydney Stevens. Change on the court for the Bobcats. Grunt comes off, and coming on now is Gwen Merrifield. First shot now for Sydney Stevens, the junior for Laconia. And that one is good. Second one now for Stevens at the line. Stevens' second shot is good as well. Matthews tosses it over to Gallmer.
Still a light press there with 1 to go.
Second ball's on the ground, buzzer, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. 63-26, the score line, 8 minutes to go in this game. And what do you think, Colin? See seniors for this, probably majority of this fourth quarter?
Yeah, it's what you like to see is, get the seniors out there one last time, get them all on the scoreboard, let them, just have fun at this point. 63-26, it's probably, not going to be the end that you would have liked. However, like we talked about, this is a young team, a lot of moving parts going forward. And I'm excited for what they can do in the years coming forward.
Yeah, of course, going to lose some big talent with the seniors next year. But as far as numbers go on the roster, it's only 3 players, or actually 4 players that are going to bump off of their roster, for next year. And it's going to give these young players a little more play time. Excited to see what kind of team we see next year, what kind of play style they have. All that good stuff coming around next season for these Bobcats. But before we get to next season, we still have 8 more minutes to go in this fourth quarter here. Would love to see, Jackie Gallmer, Emma Cooper, and also Brianna Matthews get a lot of playing time in this fourth quarter. So far, it looks like they are all going to come out to start the fourth quarter here for the Bobcats. And all the credit in the world to those 3 seniors, everyone else on the team as well for great effort this season for the Bobcats. Stay tuned after the game. We're going to have an interview with Coach as well coming up post-game with Colin Letty.
I'll do the best I can.
Fast off down to Cormier. Stevens with it, back to Cormier. Cormier with another 3. That one off target, rebound Laconia. Beatty is going to be fouled on the shot there. Looks like the defender got a piece of her hand on that one. It's the first time that Beatty has been to the line this game for Laconia. First shot for Beatty is good. And a change now, or actually not a change for the Bobcats. I thought someone was coming in. They're just coming in to give high fives. Beatty's second shot here from the line. That one off target. And Neiman called for a foul there. My eye was not there on the play, but Stevens looked like went down.
I'm not sure what. I think it's going to be a technical on Neiman. We've seen her be a little aggressive tonight and finally caught up to her. I don't hate it. You play hard. You want to get a little bit of an edge. You try, bend, don't break the rules. But, obviously getting called for that one.
You tread the line from time to time, and sometimes you end up on the good side, sometimes on the negative side, and that was one of those negatives there on that play. And second shot off target. And now Cormier to inbound it for Laconia. Over to Beatty. Cormier. And that one tipped up in the air by Doherty.
It's good defense right there by the sophomore.
Over to Beatty.
And it looks like they're going to be in a zone right now. Could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like to be a 1-2-2 zone.
Outside for Doherty, and off that bank shot, good for 3.
Bank is open for Doherty, and that's a big-time 3, getting the Bobcats to 29 points. You know, we have a little life in us. Ain't over till the fat lady sings, right?
Not over. She's not even warming up yet, Colin. Rebounded on the outside by Druin. Stevens outside for Cormier. Beatty. Contested shot is no good. Rebound, Daly. Outside for Cormier.
It looks like Laconia is going to try and just run a little more clock on these possessions.
Beatty over to Stevens. Stevens shot up over the backboard on the bounce.
And I want to give us a little pat on the back because we did not say Panthers once this entire broadcast so far. There's some time left for sure, 6:25.
We're in the clear.
But I think right now I'm feeling pretty good about it. Not getting those cats mixed up.
Yeah, no, we've learned our cats if we've learned anything up here in the mountains at Plymouth.
And it looks like they changed up the defense just a little bit to a 3-2.
Gomer shot short there. Rebound brought in by Dow. Long pass tipped by Gomer and tripped up on the play by, looked like Matthews. Now 2 at the line for Laconia. George actually, surprisingly, only a freshman for this Laconia squad, and she's someone that has impressed me as well today.
Oh, yeah, very quick, very athletic, gets to the rim well, and obviously is getting to the line a couple times, and, you know, she's going to be trouble in, you know, for Plymouth coming up in the years. You know, we have a bunch of
as well, another freshman starting on this Laconia squad. The 2 of them, a real nice combo up there at the guard position. Gomer, and a timeout called by Plymouth with 5:56 still to go. Score 65-29. What do you think coach's talk is here? You know, you're down big, end of the season, you know, probably one of the last timeouts of the year as well.
You know, at this point, you know, not going to the playoffs, you got a couple seniors you want to look after. I think you just kind of tell them, go out there and have fun. It'll be the last time you ever play, you know, basketball in an organized game like this together. You know, it can get a little emotional. It can, you know, so you really just want to enjoy these last minutes. You know, hopefully more of these girls play another sport and they can get on another team together. But you know,
remember this feeling.
Yeah.
Put it together in the spring season.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the one great thing about high school sports. You can play 3 of them, 3 different sets of friends, 3 different sets of memories. So you know, you love that dynamic that they have here.
Matthews, that shot off target, picked up by George, taken away by Brunt. Brunt's layup off target. Fighting for the ball. Cooper putting up some close D. And tipped out by Doherty, picked up by Matthews over to Gomer.
Doherty's going to be a big part of the future here.
Doherty has impressed me on the defensive end, offensive end, ball handling all around. And same thing can be said about Brunt, who hit another 3 there for Plymouth. Out wide with George. George with the drive and the finish. Doherty over to Gomer. Gomer hits Doherty. Doherty for 3. That one bounces high. Brunt fighting for the ball and nearly able to come away with it. And a little collision down on the court. We do, obviously hope everyone is okay out there. It looked like Brunt, not sure exactly who she collided with.
Just a little banged up, I think. You know, when knocked out, you get a little shocked. So good to see her up on her feet.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to be okay after that last play. A lot can happen when the ball's on the ground. Both teams fighting for it. Still 4:45 to go. And now for Laconia, they're going to start back up here on defense. Doherty to inbound for the Bobcats. Outside for Brunt. Brunt passes over to Doherty, three-pointer, and that one is good.
Big time three by the sophomore, and that'll put him at 35 and only down 32 right now. Cuts the lead a little bit, so I think that's all you kind of play for. Get this lead down as little as possible. And a timeout by Laconia. Not quite sure why, but
maybe discussing dinner plans or something here for Laconia, but a timeout called nonetheless. 4:25 still to go. And, for our sake, I wish they would space the timeouts a little bit more. So there's not so much time that we have to fill. But, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk to you guys.
Hey, that's the job. But, moving forward, I mean, just a reminder that next on Saturday that it'll be senior night for the Kearsarge Plymouth hockey team versus Malton Borough Interlakes. That'll be Saturday at 5:30, and also the men's basketball team, their senior night will be next Thursday versus Kennett, and they're trying to secure a playoff berth. I think we were talking, with Andrew, and I think they're right on the cusp of it. I think they're on the 14th spot or 14th, 15th spot, so they're going to need a good couple wins here to secure that. Hopefully they can make a little bit of a run in the tournament because we've seen them play some great basketball. But, obviously there's still some work to be done.
Yeah, definitely a team that can get hot from three at times, and excited to see if they can get into these playoffs, what they can do. Sad they're not going to have like a ton of home games if they get in, but all the credit to them. Big pass out to a wing and a shot from Matthews, the senior. Yeah, it's great to see the smiles on these seniors' faces. Finally, some plays going Plymouth's way, and great to see those four-year veterans on the receiving end of those good plays.
Mm-hmm. And Plymouth's doing a much better job offensively in this half. Way more consistent, better shot selection. Fewer turnovers.
Ball taps out of bounds, going to stay with the Bobcats. Laconia player last to touch it. Gomer. Out wide, three-pointer, off target, rebound Laconia. And a foul called. And we're going to go back to the other side now for free throws for Laconia.
And I believe that'll be Plymouth's 10th or 11th foul of the night. Not something we saw in the first half. Again, don't hate it. A little more aggression. It led to some, turnover. They forced some turnovers of their own, resulting in some hoops. But, obviously this will extend the game a little bit. And, I think New Hampshire has to start adding a shot clock because, it's kind of like when you play pickup football, when you just have a quarterback and a wide receiver and a DB. It's like if you're that wide receiver and you just keep running that route, eventually you're going to get the ball. It's just, I think it'll help speed the game up a little bit, and it'll reward defenses more too.
Yeah, definitely. I love the analogy there, Colin. You need that 5-second rush, right? Get
Exactly.
Big pass down the court. Laconia trying to work a 2-on-2. George with it. And a three-point shot is good from Dow.
She seemed a little surprised at that one. I'm not sure if she's a big three-point shooter, but gets that one to go, and they'll set up in that 1-2-2-D.
Yeah, and when you're a great shooter, you know what shots feel good and what shots don't. Maybe that one didn't feel so good, but still found its way in the hoop, and the count's all the same.
3 minutes left in the game. That'll be Plymouth's, I believe, 12th foul, and we're going to see a couple of Bobcats coming to the game. From the numbers I can see, that's Kuntz, and that's it's a little tough right now seeing numbers, but we'll see them when they get in.
Yeah, everyone crouched over with their hand in front of the number in front of their jersey. Dow at the line for Laconia.
I believe that's Littlefield and number 12, Jenna Flaherty. A sophomore and a junior coming in, and they're going to give these seniors a little bit of a send-off. love to see that. And that might be the last time they touch the court tonight, but, you love to see that. Little send-off, little round of applause for, the 4-year members of this squad.
Yeah, and that was done on purpose. Quickly back up again in Plymouth on offense. Foul called.
We're going to see Merrifield come in the game for number, and we'll see who she comes in for.
Yes, look at a seconds away here. Free throw coming up for Kuntz.
And this is kind of a look to see what the team is going to look like for the next couple years. A lot to be excited about.
Yeah, a lot of young faces on this Plymouth roster are going to be with the program for quite a while. And, they're only going to get better. I expect to see a better record next year. They even double their win total. Dow out wide for Mello. Down low with Dow.
Great move right there. And another foul call.
Another foul called. And I believe, this half may have even double the fouls of that first half. It seems that way to you and me over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the rest of you were thinking back at home.
And again, not the score we wanted to see, but we've seen a lot of highlights on both sides. Obviously, that half-court shot was amazing. We got to see a lot of Bobcats in the scoring books tonight, so,
Yeah, good night all around. They're making the other team work for the shots. That's what you got to say about the fouls. They're making them work. They're making them grind. Not giving up anything easy, and that's all coach can ask for at this point in the season. A lot of teams, there are a lot of teams that will give up, down this much last game of the year, but, this squad, not one of them. They're grinding all the way till the end. Another free throw shot here coming from Merrifield, the sophomore, or the freshman, actually. And that one off target, rebound brought in by Druin. Passed over to Daly. Daly over to Druin. Howe. Fighting for it. The drive shot off target. Howe with it. Howe over to Doherty. Side with Merrifield. Doherty, three-pointer. And that one's good.
Just a little preview for next year. I mean, she's done a great job all season. One of the few players to not be, a double dipper with the JV and varsity level. So that they wanted to really save her for these games. And I believe that's 3 threes that I've seen from her tonight, all deep shots too. So she's got that sweet stroke going, and they're going to need that in the upcoming years. Only a sophomore again.
Yeah, definitely going to be one of the faces of this team coming up in the next couple years. Doherty with a drive, pass out wide, shot offline, rebound Laconia.
Great job by Doherty too, forcing a jump ball.
Yeah, once again, her defense definitely has impressed me as well this game. She, always very close to her man, marking, defending closely, getting in the passing lanes. And Cormier over to Daly. Stevens with a shot, and that's good. Doherty with some space, gives it over to a teammate. Now pass back to Doherty. And another three-pointer off target out to Doherty with the drive, pass outside. Down low, fouled. And with 33.4 remaining, we're going to have 2 more free throws coming up here at Plymouth Regional High.
Trying to get to 43 points on the night, which isn't a terrible mark, especially when you're talking about running clocks, or not running clocks, but no shot clock. So, I mean, that's not a bad night offensively by any means. It's just obviously a little bit outpowered by, a well-groomed team, a lot older, a very well-shooting team too.
Yeah, just a little bit of a difference here on the scoreboard at the end of the game, and I think that's due a lot to those turnovers, those extra possessions that Laconia has. Not only does that take one away from your team, gives them an extra one, and Laconia's been just so good at converting in this matchup.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to dribble out the clock right now, and shot clock so they can. So, a great job by Laconia tonight. But Plymouth isn't giving up. They're still playing some hard D right now. They want that ball back.
Yeah, they're fighting for it. Made Laconia switch up their, usual ending game plan. 5 seconds. Still to go. 3 seconds. 1 second, and that will do it for this game out here. 75-43, and Plymouth unable to get the win over Laconia. Any final thoughts, Colin?
Yeah, I'm going to go talk down to Coach Kristen Brule, but again, it's nice to see all the seniors getting some great playing time, contributing one last time. You get to see a little bit of the future of the Bobcats program, and I'm very excited for what they can do in the years coming. Obviously just a little outmatched tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough night for the Bobcats, finishing up their season here on senior night. And I want to remind you all, stay tuned for that interview Colin Liddy has coming up with Coach here on Pemmy Baker TV.
We're at Plymouth Regional High School right now following a tough loss to Laconia. I'm here with head coach Kristen Brule. Obviously a tough game tonight, but how proud are you of the effort from your team and especially your seniors?
I can't say enough, especially going through a tough season. These girls fought hard through the end. They never gave up, and it's just exciting to see them push through, and hopefully that goes on to my younger kids, and then we play hard next year as well. Absolutely.
So, we talk about the seniors. So, do you think you just have a couple words about the impact they've had on this program? Obviously, it was a trying year, but moving forward, how important is their impact for the program?
I think the girls said it themselves tonight during our senior ceremony. They appreciate each and every one of them, from our starting players down to our manager. All these girls are close together, and it's really hard when you have a tough season, but what's important is that the girls worked hard and stuck together through the whole season.
Absolutely, and we talked, it's a young team. A couple freshmen, sophomores, and a few juniors. You got a good amount of players on your JV program. So moving forward, how excited are you?
I mean, I'm stoked. Hope to get them out a lot this summer playing together. I know a lot of them are going to be playing some AAU ball, but just got to keep pushing, keep moving forward, and move on to the next season.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. This was Coach Kristen Brule. I'm Colin Liddy here with Joey LeBlanc and the Pemmy Baker TV crew. Just a reminder that the men's basketball have their senior night next Thursday against Kennett. They're pushing for a playoff spot. And also on Saturday, the Kearsarge Plymouth hockey team will be going against Maltonborough Interlakes at 5:30. We'll have all the coverage for you there. Thank you for joining in, and we'll see you next time, Bobcats.